So in just a few hours from now, the crew of the Artemis II will be farther from Earth than humans have ever been before. Let that sink in. This is NASA's live stream from inside the capsule. The Artemis II is, hundreds of thousands of miles from Earth. The spacecraft is now in the lunar sphere of influence, which means that the moon, not the Earth, is the main gravitational force acting on them. The flyby will begin at 2:45 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. Orion's main cabin windows will be pointed toward the moon, and the crew will be close enough to make scientific observations of the moon's surface. And they're already feeling the excitement. Listen to Mission Commander Reed Wiseman early this morning in a radio message with Mission Control.
Mark, I think one of the most interesting things right now is the four of us have looked at this moon our entire lives, and the way we are responding to what we are seeing out the window is it's just like we're a bunch of little kids up here. We cannot get enough of this. It's amazing. Thank you for the privilege.
All right, for more on this, we're joined by Chris Cassidy, a former NASA astronaut and retired Navy captain. Chris, good morning to you. There are so many amazing aspects to discuss and to think about, but let's start with this, the history. This is the first time a spacecraft heads in the moon's direction since 1972. We may set a record as humans who've traveled the furthest from Earth. What do you think the astronauts are thinking and feeling at a moment like this?
Well, good morning. You know, they have a lot of emotions right now. From the technical, what do we got to do, checklist following, making sure that they're hitting every milestone along the way, to the awe of looking out the window, to the pride of representing our nation, our combined nations with Canada and all the other countries that are participating in some fashion, and the broader space community that has hands in every facet of the mission. Really total team effort on this. And so many emotions that they're feeling. But gosh, I can't even believe what they would think when they're looking out that window. You know, that's the real emotion.
Earlier I mentioned their distance from Earth. At this moment, according to the live tracker, they're 240,800 miles from Earth. The record is 248,655, set back, back in the 70s. What do you make of that historic fact, and what might we learn from it?
Well, you know, I don't think the crew is specifically focused on that number. I think it's very meaningful for everybody that's contributes to the technology that's enabled this to happen in the last 50 years. When the Apollo missions and technology and equipment and manufacturing went away, we lost that ability as a nation to put a spacecraft at this altitude. And now, with a lot of hard work and a lot of ingenuity by many people, we're able to do it. So I don't think that the crew has some magic number of 248,000 kilometers or miles in mind, other than the fact that they are getting to see that view thanks to the hard work of many people.
Looking at images of the far side of the moon now, they're going to lose contact with Mission Control for about 40 minutes tonight. What might that be like?
You know, it's interesting. Planned communications outages are different than unplanned. Unplanned communication outages are not a fun thing, not a happy thing, not they cause a lot of angst within the community. But planned ones are sometimes welcome. And this is probably that case for both sides. Mission Control, they'll be dialed in, making sure everything is perfect right before the moment of communication loss. Like you said, about 6:45 Eastern time this evening. Both folks can take a break, walk around, check with their back rooms, take a quick bio break, and hit back on the console to wait for the vehicle to come back together in sight. And the crew can do the same thing. They'll know that they are the only eyes watching the safety of this vehicle, and they'll feel the onus of that responsibility all the while they're looking out the window, because those are the moments where they're going to be the closest and they can take those photos.
Just awesome to think, and I know we're all watching closely. Chris Cassidy, thanks for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Good morning.